I met a gypsy.
Do you think any motocross racers use like a sports psychologist?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah. I know that there would definitely be some.
yeah.
What makes you ask that?
I was just thinking about. I have a teammate that he is like phenomenal in the practice room, but when he competes, he just can't. He has an inability to bring the best version of himself, and I wonder if something like a sports psychologist would help
For
bring him
sure,
out,
dude.
right?
Yeah, 100%.
Like me, I saw a sports psychologist once, but everything he said, I was like, yeah, like I already do this.
I was about
I
to
live
say,
this
like,
shit.
You,
Yeah.
You went to see a sports psych, and then you're like, oh yeah, I am fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then you walked out.
I never talked to him again after that. I was like, yeah, I have it figured out. But for somebody that hasn't figured out and needs to find themselves, I think that might be beneficial.
But what do you think it is though? Like if you break, because that's what a sports psych would do, right?
Yeah.
So we kind of half spoke about it a bit yesterday. So I sort of know where you're at with
Yeah.
it. But it's like, what is it that would need to go? For me, it's like almost just self-doubt. Like I think a lot of the problems that people have in their life come from inability to overcome self-doubt and then an over-prioritization of what other people think.
Yeah, I think caring what other people think. I think it's too easy to get caught up like, oh my mom's in the fucking audience, like I want to win for her or whatever. I think you have to be much more selfish and just first off only want to win for yourself, and then fuck, I was gonna add something else. Can you ask me the same question again? See how this goes.
Well, basically caring what other people think.
Caring what other people think. Yeah. Oh, I think you have to not care like at all. Yeah. Like when I compete, like I win or lose, that's not the goal. The goal is to just do my best, right? I've done this whole training camp so I can produce the best results, or so I can just go out there and do the best style of jiu-jitsu at this specific time on this mat. And I don't care what happens. I just care that I do my best, and the results will speak for itself. So it's like I think just caring less, like not giving a fuck. Like I don't care what you think it'd be. I don't care who's watching. And also trying to be the best version of yourself every day. Like when I compete, like obviously I have a goal of peaking on a specific day, but when I compete, I think I'll beat this guy's ass on Monday through Sunday, every fucking day. You know what I mean? Does not matter when or where, I will fucking dominate no matter what. And I think me caring so little about what other people think allows me to compete freely and ultimately gives the best performance possible.
Man, not giving a fuck about the right things is the biggest superpower in life. Like,
For
sure. And the podcast for me was a huge like learning experience in that, in a way. But when I spoke to a friend from home, who like my hometown, like I grew up with, he's 5 years old. Since we were 5 years old, like, he's like you actually. He's like fucking genetic freak. Like the dude was bench pressing 140 kilos in fucking like high school, bro. Wow. Like his dad's a Samoan bodybuilder. His mum was a fucking all natural bodybuilder. But anyway, so we were talking about, the podcast. He hadn't seen me in years. And he was like, man, it's fucking so sick, like what you're doing. And he's like, but it makes so much sense. He's like, 25 years later, like knowing the 5-6-year-old version of you, like this is what you were supposed to do, like, because you never gave a fuck.
Yeah.
You just didn't give a fuck what people would think. And like, I was the biggest kook at school, bro. Like, I would fucking wear sunglasses inside. I got prescription glasses so that the teacher couldn't make me take my fucking glasses off, because I'd just be like, oh, I forgot my reading glasses. These are prescription. I need it. Just like dumb fucking shit like that. And it was almost, I think back then it wasn't genuine though. Like I kind of was like making a point to tell people that I didn't give a fuck, which is giving a fuck in a way. So I think like I always had that ability in me to just not give a fuck at what people thought. But over the years, it became like a genuine thing to where I'm like, I'm good. Like I'm fine with myself. I'm not perfect. This is who I am. This is the fucking strong points. This is the weak points. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, that's how it is. I'm going to keep working on it. So, let me do my thing, basically. And it's like, that is a superpower. Like, there's so many fucking times where I'll have like self-doubt about this shit or anxiety about an episode. Oh, I fucking spoke too much. I didn't ask that. I should have done this. Like, that's fucking lame to say that. Like, then you want to go back and delete it, but then it fucks up like the next person's, like, you ruin the whole flow. So like, you just fully have to like swallow your ego and like swallow your pride and just be like, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Like, for this to work, for this fucking podcast to actually make a living and pay me and my employees, I need to just get the fuck over myself. And I think that that's a huge thing that lets so many, like, it holds so many people back in their life. And you got to, at least for me, like, you have to like mentally go through this process to like get to the bottom. And it's like, okay, now I fully understand that I should not give a fuck about XYZ because XYZ, you know? So it's like, I just think that there's a process, like your friend would have to go through a process of just looking at all of the things that he gives a fuck about that he probably shouldn't. And then just like rationalizing like why it does not make sense to think like that. But the other thing is like, you can sit there and say like, yeah, I'm awesome. I'm the man. But to like genuinely say that, you also have to be very truthful to yourself about the shit you suck at, right? Mm-hmm. And I think as much as people care what people think, they're also not honest with themselves about that fact too. So it's like, you kind of can't even mentally do the work unless you're prepared to like stare yourself in the face and say like, this is what I suck at. This is where I'm being a fucking lame. Like, that part of it's quite hard as well.
Yeah, I totally agree. And as far as like being perfect, I feel like almost nothing in the world is considered perfect. There's only I think to be perfect is to just be unique.
Yeah.
Right. Like, just be different, be yourself, be organic, and you know the people will follow, man.
We're excited to announce the launch of our new membership site, gypsytales.com, packed with exclusive content and perks that you won't find anywhere else. This is your chance to become a part of the Gypsy Gang. And as a special bonus, if you sign up to an annual membership, you'll be entered into the draw to win our custom-built TC125. Gypsy Gang.